Good evening from Brummett Jewelry Design Studio in beautiful Midtown or North Raleigh, because we're on the border. We're still not sure where we're supposed to
If
be.
we're a district or a mid or what we
Exactly.
are.
But anyway, we love where we are. We love what we're doing. And tonight we got a special show. We're going to talk about engagement rings and
Yay.
wedding rings.
Yes.
And it's always special because whether you're young or whether you're like us, chronologically challenged, you need engagement rings or you need wedding rings. Or, again, if you're chronologically challenged, you may be having a special anniversary coming up and you want to upgrade. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Or maybe you're getting married again and you need to,
Are you looking at me like I'm getting married again?
I don't know, you keep wanting to get my insurance raised, so I'm not too sure. But anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to try to do education tonight. We're going to show
That's
some
right.
beautiful jewelry, but we're going to educate, right?
So much of what we do every day, we usually have a client every day who's either getting newly engaged or they need help with wedding bands. They already have the engagement ring.
Or you've been promising her for a long time, we're going to upgrade your ring. We're going to teach you tonight how you can do that.
So we've gone through and just written down some common questions that people ask. We have some of our beautiful jewelry that Russ has made, and we're going to do some traditional, some untraditional items. We're going to go back to the 80s. We got a few, actually back to the 1920s. We got all kinds of things
true.
to show you. So
There's no right or wrong about wedding rings or engagement rings. It's what you like. It's the significance of stating that this is our marriage, this is our relationship, and we want something beautiful made. And there's no rules. You can do whatever you want to do. We're going to kind of show you a little bit of everything tonight. So sit back, do what I'm doing, get you a nice glass of wine, and we're going to talk about some beautiful jewelry tonight.
buckle up for a wild ride.
I don't know about wild, but
Well, we've got Connie and Lisa watching, and hello Sylvia. Thanks for joining us again this week, and Dan and Rhonda. So thank you guys so much for you've been very faithful watchers. We appreciate it.
and remember to share with your friends,
Please
make them
share.
watch so they can come see how stupid we are.
We want you to share. We also next week for Easter we've got the golden egg. So we're gonna have next week is Tuesday before Easter. So we're gonna give away a big prize next week. So if you'll share tonight, it's just literally just the arrow at the bottom of your page, and share with your friends and get it out there. We would love to have a big audience for our giveaway the Tuesday before Easter. So you see,
That's right.
You have to watch to see what's going to be in the golden egg.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So that some of my notes I looked at, just trying to, what we take a lot for granted. We've been doing this a long time, but I just kind of backed up preparing for tonight. I was like, what do people need to know if they haven't shopped for a wedding ring? What type of things do they need to know? Most of the time, I feel like couples have talked about what she may want, right? Or, whatever, whoever wants. The style, what their lifestyle is, what will wear the best for them, that type of thing.
So what you just said goes back to a lot of people come in, they're influenced by advertising, the media, the styles of the day, fads, trends, and so forth. But a lot of times those trends and fads do not fit your lifestyle. A lot of the things you see are not designed to maybe hold up with what you're doing on a regular basis. So we try to find out what your lifestyle is like, what your thoughts are, what your, do you like, playful things? You like very traditional? Where are you in that regard? Then we help you design something that's going to be beautiful, that you can wear, that's going to be durable, and also to make sure that it's something you can enjoy for many years to come without a lot of maintenance. I get so tired of having repair, I'll just say mall stores, just basic stores. People come in with stuff and stones are loose, they're falling out. They're not made well. We're very conscious. Everything we do, we make, and we make sure it's done properly. Occasionally we have a few people on some jobs that we can't get done that do work for me, and they're all highly trained professionals. So when you get something from Brummett Jewelry Design Studio, it's going to be built to last, and you're going to enjoy it for a lifetime, and hopefully pass it down one day to someone else who'll enjoy it as well. So.
That's right. But there's definitely trends. There's traditional, there's non-traditional. In the last few years, we've seen the halo very popular, but we're not seeing it as much now. Honestly, I feel like in the last 6 months, young clients are just picking solitaires and basic rings.
Well, that's the advantage now. With, as we've discussed, the lab-grown diamonds now are allowing people to afford much larger, nicer diamonds. The halo was great because what you would do is take a smaller center stone and outline it in small diamonds and made it look a lot larger, that's a great concept. But again, wear and tear. They got little small diamonds with little small prongs. Over years, it's going to wear down quicker than a larger stone would with larger prongs. So again, it's just the way things are designed.
But when we work with a design client, that's one thing we're trying to find out is what is your style? Are you a Liz Taylor? Are you big, flashy? There's not too many diamonds on that ring. Are you more tailored and more demure like Audrey Hepburn? So we kind of talk to people
She was
about.
very pretty.
I love that the young people still know who Audrey Hepburn and Liz Taylor were. Beautiful, beautiful women. Another thing, the first in the conversation also is the shape, the cut of the stone or the size of the stone. So we're finding like these are big models, but this is a round brilliant. It's traditional, never goes out of style. These are so fun to design with. You can do 3 stone rings and so many designs.
This is called a cushion modern brilliant. It's like they can be elongated or squared like this one, regardless. But they originally started cutting diamonds back in the 1800s. They were cutting what they called cushion cuts because they couldn't make a stone round. There was no equipment that would allow you to calibrate it. And a lot of the stones tend to be elongated, or the outer round stones look weird. They made them elongated. They could balance them better for some reason. They were all done by eye. But now you're starting to see the cushions come back. They call them modern cushion brilliants.
They're so
cutting
beautiful.
them
I love them.
exact proportions, and they're gorgeous stones. So, but the shape of a stone is all personal. We got stones we can show you all shapes to help you figure out what it is that you like. If you look at the hand is elongated. I like ovals and I like pear shapes on most women's hands because they work so well. Your hand is kind of an oval a pear or a teardrop shape.
It's
but anytime you elongate a stone, it makes it look bigger. The other thing is it allows you to put some nice big side stones on it as well. So it gives you more options on the finger. But again, we have multiple shapes of stones to show you at any point in time if you want to come in and take a look and if you're not sure what you want. So that's a simple situation.
Right. And we talk about elongated stones in the past, I don't know, a year or 2 years. The cushion cut, which he showed you, they cut one called an elongated cushion cut, which is similar to an emerald cut, just longer so it shows more on your hand.
So the difference is, if you notice the shape, emerald cuts are flat. They're actually straight line, squared. Cushion cuts are bowed. They have corners just like the emerald cuts or Asher cuts, but they're bowed. That's the only difference in them. So they're beautiful stones.
Yeah. So these are called fancy shapes, and we see that fancy shapes just it's. I guess I hate to use the word on trend, but
We sell so many more fancy stones
we
than
do.
rounds.
And ovals. I've always sold a lot of ovals here in Raleigh. So another thing we look at too when we're talking to clients when they were trying to decide on bands or do they want diamonds on the side, we've determined if you're a Liz or an Audrey, then we'll say, well, do you just want to see diamonds? Then we would suggest, okay, well, let's do it in white metal.
And we got a great show. That's a great ring to show. What you're
Well, we're
talking
gonna
about right
show
now.
that.
That's a great one to show.
Or, there's some people who just like the metal to show. They want rails, they want engraved texture, they want a little bit heavier, weighted looking ring also. So
And there's no right or wrong.
there's no right or wrong.
Yep.
And that's another thing we're going to talk about. We have 8 items to show you tonight on our shopping live, and
Maybe
some of
more.
these are a little bit more of a traditional European traditional look as opposed to what the United States wears. So, all right, so that's good. And we talk about your lifestyle. One other thing, let's just mention this. A lot of people asking on Martha Stewart facts. I was looking at this yesterday. How do you, should you shop for a stone loose or should you shop for it mounted?
I would always suggest loose first, especially if it's color and you're trying to figure something out. You want whatever if you want to look at it, but either way, I mean, it's nice to have a loose stone and then you put it in your mounting. However, we have a few pieces that we have done well with as far as the designs and the styles. So we've actually built a few pieces. So if you're really concerned about, I want to have my own thing, I want to be at every step of the process, then you need to get a loose stone and let's work the whole situation. Or you can come in and we'll show you a few beautiful rings that we have made up. You go, you know what? That's perfect. I love it. And you're done. It's simple. Typically, that's what a lot of men like to do. They like to walk in and go, that's beautiful. I'll take that. And that's what happens usually in a retail store. But with us, we're more custom. So we tend to have more loose and only have a few examples of pieces ready to go. And sometimes that's good to have it ready to go because you may need it in a hurry.
But we have 35 years of designs.
Yeah, that's
to
true.
work with.
But the funny thing was, we had a gentleman come in one day that he bought a ring somewhere sight unseen, and he was getting married at the beach one day, and he didn't open the box until the wedding
It's a
day.
crazy story.
And they both looked at the ring on the beach as they were taking the vows and hated it. So they came in.
Had to be so disheartening.
Yeah, they came in on a Tuesday and wanted to have a ring design. So they came in and we talked about it. And I said, well, tell me your occasion. They told the story. They said, well, we're going to Vegas on Friday. And we went, huh? Vegas on Friday? Wait a minute. We're
Custom ring,
We're a
how many
custom. We
days?
do. We build stuff. We don't normally do it in 2 or 3 days. But fortunately, I had a beautiful mounting that they loved, and we had
This is
the
from
perfect-
your 35 years
yeah. I
of
had of
experience.
listening to people, what they want, what their needs are. So he came in and said, you know, I really want to do something special. And I said, hang on, I got the perfect ring. I went in the back and I brought out a 2.5 carat oval. She loved the oval. It flipped.
Flipped, yes.
And I brought out this wax model, which is what I'm showing you right here. It's a basic wax model of a piece that we do.
Not very pretty in the wax.
I call it a 4-prong floater. But anyway, here's a casting of the same ring in 18 karat yellow gold. It's the casting. In other words, it's right out of the oven. The only place I polished it right here just so you could see a little bit what it looks like when it's polished. So here's the wax. Here's what it looks like originally. And here is right out of the oven, kind of tarnished, and here's a little polish. So we actually build this ring. So this gentleman said, well, I need it Friday. I said, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this ring ready for you by Thursday when you are ready to go Friday morning. He says, great. How are you going to do that? You're going to come in the next day and help me cast it. So sure enough, I put this ring, this has to go in the oven overnight, burn out for 10 hours. He came in next morning at 11 o'clock. He helped me cast his ring. He left, and I finished polishing it. He picked it up the following morning. So we turned around a custom ring for him in really 24 hours. So don't make that a habit. But we were able to do that for this
You
gentleman.
put on your superhero cape and you were going to make it work.
It
and
worked
you did.
great.
They were so happy.
It was fun.
Didn't they cry when they...
They did. What was
Yes.
funny, Mimi and I had to go out of town, and we were watching on our cameras. We could watch from our cameras at our studio, and Lisa, our associate, was presenting the rings to him. We saw her just busting in tears, and
was
we
so
saw him
sweet.
hugging her. It was so really neat. And the cool thing is, I can talk on the microphone on the camera. So I went, I guess you like your ring, and they freaked out. It was funny. It was great.
Is that you, God?
It was really a
Sweet
wonderful
couple.
blessing for both of
Right.
us. And so anyway, that's part of what happens. We can make dreams come true.
That's right. So if you're working on custom, we have 35 years of wax models, but we also have renders, which we're going to show you when we start showing this jewelry.
How the process
just to
works.
help you give you an idea of how the process works. So
There's 2 ways. Let's talk about that real quick. There's
Okay.
2 ways that works. Here is a wax tube. This is a purple wax tube. Sometimes we'll carve a design out of this wax tube. I don't have a wedding ring example, but I can show you a ring I'm working on now. This ring came from that tube. This is a black opal from Australia that I'm working on. I'm doing a custom design. So this was all hand carved. So in other words, I take this wax tube, cut out a blank, and I start carving it to fit the stone and whatever I'm doing. Or, as Mimi said, we do a hand drawing a lot of times, which is like this. So you can kind of
you'll
see
just
here.
do a little pencil sketch.
We fill out a sheet. I do a little pencil sketch. This is an oval ring that we're doing right now for a couple, and it's going to have little accent diamonds on the side. And then we also have this ring. To give you another example, that shows another oval with 3 side stones that we're doing. So here's, we draw it out, and then after that, Mimi can show you, we'll do a render. Not of these, but anyway, a render.
And oftentimes he'll do the sketch while the client's still sitting there at the end of the design session. A lot of times we'll, might have a glass of wine, just relax and talk about what's ahead.
Yep.
So he will do that pencil sketch. Then this is a render that a CAD artist programmed into the computer with all of the specs from his drawing. And this is what the computer draws. This is called a CAD render.
So kind of, my pencil drawing is one thing, but seeing a ring in 3D and how it's going to be designed, it doesn't show the finished product like the prongs pulled and finished, but it shows what it's going to look like. It's a simulation of it.
So if this client wanted this ring in rose gold, they can color it rose gold. And oftentimes we have to explain to people that the prongs are not going to be that tall. That's what he has to work with to set the ring. It's like starting with the statue from the stone, cutting away the extra, and finding the ring inside.
Now, so that particular render is this ring, which we just finished up today.
Yes, we did.
Just finished this piece today. It's got a little surprise diamond on the north and south side. This is trapezoid diamonds. There's 3 of them that are tapered. And it has a center stone, which is a beautiful Asher cut, which is a square cut sapphire. It's about 1.5 carats. Put that in a light box. It might be a little easier to see, actually. Classic, beautiful design. It's timeless, easy to wear. We kind of did what we call a claw prong, which is kind of a tapered, pointed prong, which looks fantastic on an Asher cut style stone like this. That picture on Mimi's finger, there it is.
Yeah,
beautiful
it's
color.
ring.
It's just it's called a salon sapphire. The salon colors tend to be a softer blue, kind of just a sweet, I don't know how to explain it. Just a nice blue. You can see in the picture right there.
It's got lively, you would describe it with lively color, and Asher cuts are not a common cut that you see.
Especially in sapphires. No, you don't see a lot of them.
This
That's why
is
we
beautiful.
grabbed
So
it.
we just finished this, so we'll get this price. But he was so excited he wanted to show it. This is. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. I can tell there's a lot of basketball fans on here. We've been distracted with basketball
Yes,
in
we
the
have.
NCAA tournament. No games tonight, but we appreciate everybody coming on to join us. Billy Corbett's on.
Hey, Billy.
Thanks for coming back to sit with us this week. And Tiffany has joined us also. So thank you very much. We'll get this ring out. We'll get it on the website also. But if you want to come into Midtown,
North Raleigh,
wherever our district we're in, we joke about that. If people don't live in Raleigh, they don't know why we're joking. But
That's right.
all right,
So yeah, that's one of the designs we literally just finished. And Mimi was mentioning a little while ago, sometimes we want to design pieces that when you look at them, all you see is just diamond. This was a design that we did recently, and I love this. It's a classic piece that
all right.
we've
You're
done.
jumping ahead though.
I just want to show that one.
That's number 3. All right, we're gonna do number 3 first.
Yep, we're going to do number 3
The
first.
boss man has called it.
Because we just showed that. And again, that colored stone, that sapphire can be an engagement ring. There's no reason you could not have
That's
a
right. We
colored
were
stone.
talking about traditional and
We're
non-traditional.
doing a lot of colored stone engagement rings.
All right. So this is item number 3. This is a set that he has just finished. This is a lab-grown center diamond. This ring was designed so that you can put the band with it. We finished this band with a Euro shank, which is the squared bottom, both of these rings. So I will put this on in the light box so you can see it.
The great thing about that, people like the idea of eternity bands, which means the diamonds go all the way around, but you're beating them up and you're tearing them up. This gives you the illusion of them going all the way around, and the Euro shank won't allow it to turn. So it's a perfect ring to wear if you want to look at it and you see all diamonds, because if it moves sideways, you still see diamonds because it goes about 3/4 plus the way around the finger. And when you look at this ring, you see diamond. There's minimal amount of metal. However, the prongs on this are substantial. They're strong. They're designed to hold up and wear for a long time.
And this ring is flat on both sides, so later on if you wanted to add a second band to it and have it one on either side, it's set up for that.
Yes, and also you can wear the band by itself and it still looks nice. A lot of times when you have elongated center stone, they make the band, the top, so it all sits out kind of weird. You have to have a curved band. That's something I came up with many years ago, that we sweep our heads on the center heads so any flat band can fit against it, which is fantastic. A lot of times people will upgrade their wedding ring or their engagement ring. They want to keep their original wedding band, which typically has a flat edge. So a lot of the rings that we'll design will make sure that we can incorporate your original band to fit properly with this new ring.
And when we owned Aura many years back, it seemed like people came to us with engagement rings they already had, or they were using family rings, and they needed you to problem solve to make a wedding band. And so it's wonderful working with clients now, where we can get the horse and the cart and everything lined up, and you know that the rings are going to wear nicely and hold up. That's what
And the other thing
one
too,
thing we're trying to achieve.
a lot of times too, keep in mind people who got married many years ago, and maybe now they're in a situation they want to upgrade. We have great opportunities to upgrade your center stone or remake you a new ring. Keep your original wedding band intact, because that's special. And we can take your original center stone or your original diamond ring and maybe make a pendant for you. Put it close to your heart, but maybe upgrade and get to that 2
I
carat
know
stone,
everybody
that
loves
3
that.
carat
That's
stone.
that's so sweet.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
you
a great
can
way to
get
do it.
another piece of
Yeah.
jewelry and have that close to your heart.
And
So
big diamond's always nice, right?
So this is item number 3, and this one is in our shop live tonight. We are offering the 2-piece wedding ring set. This is a custom ring. It has a 2.5 carat lab-grown oval diamond in the center. Russ designed this whole ring, the 2 pieces for this ring. We're selling this tonight for $7,995.
2.5 carat diamond with another about 2 carats of diamonds in the band and the semi mount that goes with the center stone. So you got about what?
You do
3.5
that.
carats of diamonds?
Yes, and it's
No, excuse
quite
me.
a look, and that's
Over 4 carats of diamonds.
and that oval is just that's just lovely.
How much?
$7,995.
For about 4.5 carats of diamonds. Okay, pretty
Yep.
good deal.
It's quite beautiful.
And it's well made. We also use a metal. It's a white gold metal that has a little higher nickel content, which gives it a little bit more hardness, and also it's much wider. You don't have to keep maintaining as far as rhodium plating it, which is expensive to do. And it's also about 30% more durable. So this ring is designed to wear and enjoy.
And look, Molly has come on tonight. Thanks, Molly, for joining us. If you have any questions, we've done previous shows about lab-grown diamonds versus natural diamonds, and I'm just going to give it to you real simple. You got labs that grow on the earth, and you got diamonds that grow on the earth.
Which is Earth's lab.
You got diamonds that grow above the earth in a lab. They're all diamonds. And
They're carbon.
he just took a class in Atlanta. We were at a trade show, and they were talking about
Excuse me.
there's such huge demand, especially coming out of China for
In
India for lab-grown diamonds, and they're not going away. We sell tons of them. We either sell them for engagement rings, big stones, up to 4 carats. It seems like, or for fashion. So it's just gone crazy. But that's item number 3. If you'd like to purchase this ring tonight, the 2-piece set, you would text item 3 sold and our phone number. You have to know that to text it. Put this in your contacts, Brummett Studio. Our phone number is 919-900-8462. And you just text item 3 sold. That wedding ring set can be yours. We have included the sales tax in that.
Yep.
So you're actually getting it
a lot less.
7.25% cheaper. We still have to pay the state of North Kakalaki sales tax, right?
Yep.
They don't let you around that. But that can be yours. And we have our beautiful boxes. So
Keep in mind, think about this. If you got say a 10th anniversary. No, how about a 20th anniversary? She's been talking about this for many years, a couple of decades. 20th anniversary coming up, or even your 10th. But I'm going to use a 20th. You got a ring. So this ran it off to $8,000, right? You got $8,000 ring divided by 20. She's worth $400 a year, right? There you go. That's a simple way to look at it. That ring is only $400 a year for your 20 years. So
that's a good way to look at it.
there you go.
That's right.
The
'Cause
tenth is $800.
every day we live together, it's valuable, isn't it?
Exactly.
So one of the other common questions that on the Martha Stewart page I was looking at are diamonds an investment? So how would you answer that?
I would answer that what you're giving the diamond for, as far as a wedding or engagement ring, is a symbolic reason that this is forever. They say diamonds are forever. This should be forever. This is something that you're giving her that's a part of your commitment. I'll look at it this way. Since the 1960s, I read an article recently, since 1960s, diamonds have appreciated on average about 12 to 14% a year. But you got to look at it different ways. Okay, now, if I buy a diamond now for, say, $5,000, and I need to sell it next year, I'm going to get my money plus the 14%. No, you're not. You're going to have to sell your diamond, at a wholesale or below level. You got other things going on, right? You got retail, you got everything else that's involved. But if you have a diamond, say, for 20 years, and God forbid something comes up and you need the money, you're going to have a good return out of that. You'll get something out of that. Maybe your original money, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. But how many things can you wear and enjoy and appreciate for 20 years and get something back out of it? That's where it's an investment.
That's
You're
right.
not buying it for an investment. If you're going to do that, then buy a property or buy a stock, whatever. That's not what it's for. But it's one of the few things that you can have that has some return if you need it.
We do have clients who bought significant stones. We have one gentleman who bought an antique Asher cut, and he's made money on that one.
Yeah, larger. He's had it a long time. Larger stones, rarer stones that are very unique, do tend to appreciate sometimes more because it's supply and demand. We recently had a very nice large stone that was a signed piece from a famous company that has appreciated value, and we were able to sell this an estate piece at a very good price. So this will be, I think, a good investment for this
Yeah,
particular
definitely.
couple.
Beth says you can't wear a car.
You can't wear a car. No, you can't. Also, that you don't have to do any oil changes or maintenance or all that kind of stuff.
You
that
drive
do
it
with a
off
car.
the
Yeah.
lot, it's
And
lost
gone, yeah.
value. Yeah. So what do you see as their average price on young people coming in? What do you find that their budget is on average?
It's odd. It's funny. We seem to have an average diamond sale more so than we have an average budget. But I would kind of think
Do explain.
right now, where they're realizing with a lab grown diamond, I can get a whole lot more diamond.
Exactly.
So we start showing them, the sizes and then the prices, they start going up. The budget tends to go up a little easier and the size tends to go up dramatically. We're averaging probably 2.5 to 3 carats on majority of the diamonds that we're selling right now. And believe it or not, majority of those budgets also are under $5,000, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, the lab grown diamonds have just been game changers. We would used to have to get a less expensive ring, maybe use a grouping of smaller stones, I guess is the best way to say
I'm
it.
talking the halos
As
we talked earlier.
Yeah, as opposed to give you a bigger look, like a 3-stone ring. You can get a beautiful 3-stone ring with a modest budget, and it gives you a beautiful look. So, all right, let's go to item number 2. We have, we're going to
number 1. Let's
we're
back
going
up.
back.
Let's
I know
start from
you
the start from
jump
the
in.
beginning like we should
All
have,
right.
but I got excited at the other one.
You did. All right, so this is a ring that Russ made. I'll let you tell him about this. Speaking of 3-stone rings,
Yeah. Again,
we do a lot of 3-stone
this
rings.
is just a classic look. Again, I like to do something that's a little bit different. This is a classic 3-stone with a round and pear shapes. Pear shapes are beautiful with a round center, with any center. Really, they just kind of flow off. It leads. It's heavy up
just
top.
tapers off your
and
hand.
just tapers off beautifully off the finger. And this has a beautiful round center. Again, lab grown. It's a 2.01 carat. And we have, put that in the light box. That's a 57 points total weight in the pear shapes.
Now, this is an Audrey ring.
Yeah, it's very classic. Again, when you look at it, what do you see? You see all diamonds. We've got a nice substantial shank, but it's delicate and it tapers off. It's a little more of a unique look in the shank part of it, which is the back of the ring, and it also is squared off. Kind of has a knife edge to it. We've got a little crown design on the north and south side of it. But again, a classic ring done a little bit different. It's not something out of a catalog like everybody else does. And this ring is a total of 2.01 in the center, 57 points on the side. The stones are all FEF color, VS2, which means they're colorless diamonds.
They're nice.
Very high, quality as far as the clarity as well. This ring is a $8,900 ring, and it's a piece that we designed. No, that's right. That's wrong. It's $8,900,
Okay.
and a total weight of over 2.5 carats. Beautiful piece. Classic.
Well, it's going to be wrong on her board then. He just made
It's
made
wrong.
it a better deal.
It's 80. It's 80. It should be
$8,900.
Yeah, it should be 8,900. It's 9,650 was originally, but that's wrong. 8,900.
So this is item number 1. Remember, you have to have our contact in your phone. You text item 1 sold, and this could be yours for $8,900, not a penny more, because we've included the sales tax into that. And you will receive a secure link to your phone where you can pay and come back to the show.
Yep.
We do have a lot of people who come back on Wednesdays and get in touch with us. It's like, hey, I want to come in and try that on, or I just want to look at that a little closer. If you're not in the Raleigh area, we have all kinds of ways to send you digital videos is what I was trying to say.
And we can Zoom. We just Zoom today with 2 people.
Zoom, yeah. We've got lots of great photography, so we can work with you. And we like doing these shows too, because you may know someone somewhere else outside of Raleigh who is interested in getting engaged.
That's why we say share. Tell your friends to
Yes,
watch. If
please
you like
share.
what we do, and a lot of people watch us every week,
Catch
tell your
that.
friends.
Could you try again?
Why does my watch do that every once in a while?
Like to talk to you.
Yeah, we just shipped a piece to Colorado a few weeks ago. So these younger generation, they're used to doing business. And coming out of COVID, actually, I think our jewelry business was improved with technology that allows us to work remotely or with people from other cities. So we're here to help you.
That's right.
If we can. We've been doing this a long time, haven't we?
Yep. Next item I'm very excited about, which is, I want to go back to something a minute. We just were showing this beautiful sapphire ring that we created with the trapezoid diamonds down the side. There's 3 stones on each side. Classic, simple, elegant, not a lot of stuff going on, just stones. Now, this next ring, a similar design, however, we wanted to beef it up a little bit and make it 2-tone. So we've got a beautiful emerald cut. Kind of weird.
It's a
with the
natural
same kind of tapered trapezoids down the side, 3 stones on each side, but we did it 2-tone. Put that in the light box.
Yes.
We did it
This is
2-tone.
exquisite. And we're talking about European traditions. Everybody knows Lady Di had
Yep.
the sapphire ring that became so famous. It was so new to us.
But this particular ring, I want to have a little bit more substantial look. Again, this is a great piece to talk about. Say you were having a special anniversary, you wanted to upgrade a ring, do something different. Or you got a special birthday. This is a great ring to do that with. But if you want to have it as a wedding ring, in other words, you don't necessarily have to have a separate engagement ring and wedding ring. Some people, especially maybe sometimes on a second marriage or whatever, like to have a wedding ring. Something more substantial, something a little more elegant. This is a great classic look, stepped up a
Yes.
notch. We got a little bit heavier look. We've got an 18 karat yellow gold shank with the platinum top, the white, the yellow gold makes that emerald just really pop, and the white makes the diamonds.
That 18 karat is beautiful. It's so rich.
This is just it's a beautiful
Very
emerald.
luxe. It's very luxe.
Emerald is absolutely incredible. It's about 8 by 6 millimeters, which is a large stone. It's a carat 27 in weight. We have the 2 matching sets of 3 trapezoids down each side. They have a total weight of 75 points, so 3/4 carat. And we got 2 little surprise diamonds, meaning 2 little diamonds on each side in the gallery. And this beautiful ring is a one-of-a-kind piece we did. This is part of what we call our signature series. And it's one of the 3 pieces that we've designed so far this year. It's $18,999, and we should have done 99 cents, but we didn't.
I can add 99 cents.
But we wanted to keep this ring under 20,000 just to make it a good value. It's a great value at this price. Incredible emerald. Emeralds are very sought after. They are highly acclaimed and prized, and this has the perfect color in an emerald.
That has everything to do with
It's
luxury right
incredible.
there.
So again, custom design piece. If you want something special that no one else is going to probably have, because it's not many emeralds this pretty out there, this could be your ring. So you would text item number 2 sold to that beautiful ring on that phone number, and it's yours. Again, taxes included. If we need to adjust the finger size, that's also included. So don't let that beautiful emerald get away from you.
Yes, we worked on that ring for quite some time. Setting those tapered trapezoids is not
Labor of love.
It is not an easy feat. So that's a ring that you can own and love and enjoy and show all your friends, right?
Yeah, the bad thing about, the light box is great to show things, but it doesn't really show the true color. It tends to wash it a little bit. This stone actually is a little deeper green than what that light box shows. It's a beautiful stone. If you ever wanted an emerald, come see this in person.
Yes, it's quite lovely. We
He's
have
a fun little guy.
another ring. This one is smaller than my
tiny.
finger. This is a sapphire. Talking about the kind of European tradition. This is a sapphire with pear shapes on the side. Again, we were talking about pear shapes, how pretty they are leading down your finger. This is item number 4. This is custom designed. It's the only one we have. Made in 14 karat gold. And this oval blue sapphire weighs 1.63 carats. You can see on my hand that it is a lively color. It is beautiful. It is not sleepy. Kind of a term we use, sleepy or inky.
It sparkles. It reflects light like a true gemstone should.
That's right. And color gemstones especially are not cut mathematically. They're just cut how the cutter cuts them. And so what they're trying to do is maximize the color, the evenness of the color, and the overall shape of the stone. This is beautiful.
And
Beautiful
sapphires have a particular matrix they grow, and cutters have to be real specific and cut them properly to reflect light. When this stone's beautiful, it's a very clean stone internally, and we accented with just smaller pear shapes again, just delicate, not anything real bold. We wanted that sapphire to be the focal point in the feature. That little bit of white pop does it. The diamonds are only 15 points total weight, but it really adds a nice little touch to bring the color out. This ring is a great value. It's only $26.95 for the entire ring. It's done in 14 karat white gold, 15 points in the sapphires, and again, over 1.5 carats in the center stone. Beautiful ring.
Look, even Rhonda and Connie both say that is a gorgeous color.
It is. It's
They know their color.
It's beautiful.
So that's item number 4. If you would like to purchase this tonight or this week, these items are all available through the week. You would text item 4 to 919-900-8462, and we will box it up and have it ready for you. Tomorrow we will also post these items, so if you want to take a closer look at it, but all of the live items tonight are live throughout the whole week until we do the next live show on Tuesday, the following Tuesday.
Or until it's sold.
That's correct. Or until it's sold.
That's right.
So
This is a pretty little stone. It's a beautiful ring.
it's beautiful. All right. So we're gonna I've got a band popping in here now. This or did you want to show this one last?
Yeah, let's do that last.
Okay, that's your deal of the day.
That's the deal of the day. We're going to blow that out in the end. So hang on and see a deal of the day.
All right. So next we have. Do you want to show any of your models or anything?
Now let's go to the next ring. This is interesting.
Okay. This.
Occasionally, people come in and they'll bring in a beautiful ring that they got, but they say, you know what? It's really not my style. That's not what I wanted. Put that in the light box there, Minnie. So we actually traded this in. So I got to call it technically a pre-owned ring because she wanted something different. And I didn't want to tear this ring apart because I thought it was very beautiful. Why tear up a nice piece of jewelry? So the ring they're all natural diamonds, has half moons on the side. The center stone, we actually added our own stone, which was a lab grown, to make this a really good value for someone. The center stone is a carat 20. It's an H color, which means it's in the middle of the near colorless range. It's a VVS stone, which means under a microscope you see nothing in it. There's nothing there. It's almost flawless.
No, you said lab grown.
Yeah, I said lab grown.
Okay.
And this whole ring has a total weight of 2.50 carats with the center stone, and the price on this ring is $3,900. That's it. That semi-mount alone in one of the retail stores in Raleigh or around the country is probably the $3,900 we're asking for the whole ring.
Right, so the bulk of the ring are natural diamonds, earth-grown diamonds. The center diamond is a lab-grown.
Yep. And look how pretty that ring is.
It is
Diamonds
beautiful.
everywhere, on the sides,
Yes.
north and south, east and west,
So
everywhere.
that's the gal. I want diamonds everywhere.
Yep.
Just keep adding them. Keep putting them on all surfaces.
This ring is great for two things. Number one, it'd be a great anniversary ring to say, here's great 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is. Or if you're getting remarried again for whatever reason, then this would be a nice wedding ring. You put on one ring because it's bold, it makes a big statement. You don't need anything else with it. It's the perfect ring to
And
enjoy.
it could be a right hand ring.
It could be a right hand, it could be whatever you want it to be.
You wear it on whichever hand you want.
We were talking about weddings, so that's why I threw that out.
And some people don't like color stones, you know. I mean, we're evidently crazy about them, but that'd be a great right hand ring. So.
Exactly. So if you would like to have this ring for only $3,900, you would text item number 6 sold to that phone number. And again, that's including the tax, sizing, anything else. There's no charge. It's out the door for $3,900 for 2.5 carats of diamonds. That's the bargain. That's a bargain.
Yeah, I know we hate to take beautiful old designs and just scrap everything. We try to repurpose, recycle. Everybody's into that. We have people bringing. We had how many ladies today? 2 ladies today bringing in things that were their moms and
grandmothers and aunts.
they're trying to repurpose one for a college graduate. Just so many things, and that's the great thing about jewelry. You can't take the car parts apart and repurpose a new car for your granddaughter, can you, when she graduates? But jewelry, it can be handed down and shared, and people love jewelry that they've seen their mother wear or they've seen their grandmother wear.
One of the rings,
having it's very sweet.
One of the customers today, Mimi just mentioned, she came in with a ring that had 4 sections with amethyst on it, and she wanted to make 4 rings. She wanted me to take it apart. So I ended up going, I got an idea. I actually sawed off the 4 sections and showed her we can make 4 rings and keep it original because the ring had a lot of sentimental
It was
attachment.
cool. It was
so it's going to work out. We're going to make a ring out of the original ring for 4 people.
4 ways. So,
It couldn't have gotten any easier or better than that. But it's going to be a fun piece to make for this family.
Yes. So it's old. It reminds them of grandma, but it's new at the same time, and everybody gets to have that.
And it saved her a lot of money because we can use what's there as opposed to having to start over. So that was great.
Yes. All right, we are up to item number 7, and I'll let you talk a little bit. This is actually moissanite.
Which was invented here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Basically, this is another piece that was pre-owned. A couple got this. They wanted to kind of have I guess you call it pre-engagement or whatever. Before they officially got engaged, he bought this moissanite ring, and it's in platinum, and it's beautifully done. I mean, a nice platinum mounting. The moissanite is the center stone. Do we have to wait on it? We don't have to wait on it. It's a radiant cut, right? Excuse me, a princess cut, and it has the side stone. No, I'm sorry, it is an emerald cut. Emerald cut center stone, and it has the radiant faceting, so it gives it the extra sparkle like a round. And it has the trillion-shaped diamonds on the side. So basically, what you've got is, if they were natural diamonds, the look there, you probably have something around 2.5 carats total weight as far as the look goes in the diamonds. But this whole piece tonight, again, it's a pre-owned piece. It's only $1,500. Moissanite in platinum. The platinum mounting by itself.
You can't even make it for that.
You can't make it for $1,500. So it's a great look if you want a big look. Compare that to a natural diamond ring. That ring probably $25,000 if it was all natural diamonds. And that was the lab grown diamonds. It would probably be twice as much as the price it is in the moissanite. So it's a good value if you want a playful ring. A lot of people like to have beautiful rings to travel in because they don't want to wear their nice engagement rings or wedding rings. And here's a ring that looks very good, very bold, very rich for $1,500 in platinum.
Yeah, it feels good on the hand. But again, 3 stones are classic. It will never go out of style. So
if you like this ring and you want it, you would do what, Mimi?
You would text item 7 sold to our phone number here. What you need to put in your contacts is 919-900-8462. We did have one of our viewers suggest over the weekend that we put up QR codes because she likes to watch on her iPad. And so we're going to work on that for next week. But if we can help you, that phone number is a textable line and it's a callable line. If you just get in touch with us any time of day, as long as we're awake, we're happy to answer questions and help you.
We're usually awake for some reason.
I know.
All right, now the last ring, which is a nice little fun ring too. Oh, you got some more questions?
Well, we have actually two more items.
We do? Okay, I thought
Just
we
a
had
couple of things. Martha Stewart facts. She's looking at to see what do
You
people.
know she
ask-
was a model?
Yes,
I didn't know that
she's
until recently.
she's still beautiful,
Yeah, she
and
is.
she
I
hangs
didn't-
out with Snoop. She's cool. She's got her own wine line.
She's a
You
Snoop
know,
Dogg to me.
she's
That
had
cracks
quite a
me
life.
up. I love that.
Okay. All right. So one thing I wrote down was the '80s are back, and we've laughed about this a lot. But there's certain fancy cuts that have come and gone through trends, and we have taken a lot, in particular, like marquee cut diamonds, and redesign them to a more modern look.
Marquise are great.
We have had a lot of grandmothers giving their grandsons, whoever, their marquee rings, and they come in and they want to modernize them. I saw picture after picture after picture online of, for instance, you can turn them, instead of north to south, you can turn the stone east to west now. You can put it in a bezeled frame, and it
We just did a
gives it,
beautiful one not long ago, just like that, didn't we? And diamonds on the side of the ring.
add some stones to it. But marquees are quite popular. They're making a comeback. There is a joke in our industry, really, if we could get the Stellar catalog from 1980s back, it would be a great resource because this younger generation is loving what Grandma had. So
Again, you know why? We talked earlier about investment. It's an investment is this way too. Sometimes your grandmother or your mother had a beautiful piece of jewelry she wore, gorgeous engagement ring or a right hand ring or bracelet or whatever it was, and she wore it her lifetime and enjoyed it, and you always admired it on her and saw how much she loved it, enjoyed it. Now she passes it down to you or someone in the family, and they get to enjoy it. That's what I call a good investment. That's a good investment.
that's right. No greater joy than to repurpose them. Now,
Exactly.
speaking of the 80s, let's let you put this on. We've got some older 80s rings here.
Yeah.
This is a
I s-
man's band.
When I first started in jewelry industry in the late 70s, early 80s, this was a very popular men's ring.
and in Texas, we were in Texas
This
for a
was
while.
a 7-stone cluster, 14 karat yellow with a white top and had little grooves down the side. I cannot tell you how many of these rings I sold. I saw this in a shop down the coast, and I bought it just for the simple fact it brought back a lot of good memories and of nostalgia. Would I wear it today? Yeah, probably just for fun, but it's not
It
really the
was in good
style.
shape, so we bought
Yeah.
it. Just
It's not my style per se, but it just brought back good memories, and I bought it for that reason alone. Love to talk about it.
yeah, it's fun. So
Yeah.
we do have it for sale. We're offering this. It's got 1 carat. We're offering it for $29.95. It's in great shape. We've
new
seen
condition.
these just absolutely worn out. This ring is in really good shape.
Yep.
So, and then you have this band.
And another,
Just-
just kind of a classic, basic men's band from the 80s. Has a channel of princess cut diamonds in it. Yeah, sometimes men, might not want to wear just a plain gold band. This was something nice just to add a little bit of sparkle to it without being, too crazy. But a pretty little band. So, a lot of men don't want something fancy. We're doing a lot of black wedding bands, black
Actually, you've got
medals.
that platinum.
And I didn't cast it, a friend of mine did because I don't platinum casting. But here's a band we just custom made with a kind of a Celtic pattern that they came up with they wanted.
Oh, I love her engagement ring. It kind of mimics that.
This is literally right out of the oven. I'm sanding it, so it's kind of, you can see it's not high polish, it's kind of rough. So you can put that in the light box, let them see it. So that's a custom piece we just did in platinum. Beautiful band. Again, something they saw that they wanted, so we made it for them.
I would say on average, most of the wedding bands we sell in Raleigh are, we call them the Raleigh Special, just a plain band, white gold or yellow gold, 5 or 6 millimeters, no diamonds. I love it when a guy wants some diamonds. We had this guy about 2 years ago. He's like, I want some bling too. He was so cute. He was so excited. he was really quiet when they were working on her ring, and when they got to work on his ring, he was like, oh, "I get a ring too! I'm so excited!" And he wanted a few diamonds in his. It was very cute.
Well, that's a pattern we came up with this particular customer. I remember many years ago, we had a gentleman came in. He brought in a book, an antique book. A lot of the antique books
yeah,
had
that was
beautiful
cool.
inside, the inside pages
Just
aligned.
the graphics.
And just really beautifully done. And he said, I love the corner of this page. Could you take that pattern and create it? And we did that for him. And it was really a beautiful piece. So if you see a pattern, a shape, or something that you like, we can possibly recreate that for you as well.
Put this in the light box. This is actually a band that Russ made me. We've done quite a few of these for faith-inspired clients. But this is a yellow gold band. I wear this when I go on missions trips, and this is the crown of thorns. He made this for me to wear when I go and not wear my wedding rings. But you've done quite a few of these for men or women over the years too. Yep. And this is a pattern that crown of thorns that he does this by hand and makes the ring custom. So there's all kinds of fun things you can do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anything is possible.
All right, so we got 2 more items. Let's get to it. We appreciate everybody watching tonight, and we ask you to share. That's that little button at the bottom of your phone. We've got, all right, this is an item we talked about this last week, and we asked everybody to vote on a
That's
stone. Right. We had a tanzanite, and we had this lab-grown diamond, and the vote was for it to be finished as a bridal piece and not a right-hand ring. So Russ set this today, hot off the press. This is a white gold. This is a custom ring. It does have a halo. What I like about this is that we put these bigger diamonds on the north and south side, and I think, again, it gives it a luxe feel. The band itself is flat underneath the halo here. So you can wear a band with it that snugs up to it. It doesn't bow out. So it's all been thought through.
We can show the deal of the day next to that shortly.
Well, we can. Last week we were offering the semi-mount for $650. Y'all voted to set the lab-grown diamond into here. So we're offering this. This is item number 8. And we're offering this for $2,400.
And the center diamond weighs what?
Carat 35.
It's a carat and a third diamond in a custom ring for how much?
$2,400.
There you go. What a great value on
Yes.
that as well.
And it is a VVS 2 stone, which means there ain't hardly nothing in it.
Yep.
You'd have to sit there for 30 minutes to grade that stone just to see if it's dust or internal.
It might be 1 or 2 little dots somewhere. That's
And it's
about it.
E to F is colorless. So that's a beautiful Audrey ring. We have that item number 8. If you're interested in purchasing that tonight, that is item number 8. You would text item 8 sold to the number on the screen, and we'll box it up. And if you need to have it sized, again, Russ is very generous that he sizes all of these rings for free.
And again, there's no sales tax. The price you or quoted here is the price you pay. That's it.
That is it. So that's the jewel of Shop with Mimi Russ Live, right?
That's right.
Okay, our deal of the day. This is our last item. I can't.
This must be the right finger size because
Yes.
this is an eternity band, which means the diamonds go all the way around. It cannot be sized, so it has to fit the finger, unfortunately.
And did I even
But
write this?
that's one reason why it's the deal of the day.
It
You want to make somebody happy that fits them.
So it's a size 6.5. These are natural white diamonds. I'll put this in the light box. This is a mixture. It has 10 round diamonds that alternate with 10 baguette diamonds. Again, all natural diamonds, mined from the earth. The total weight on this ring is right at 1/4 carat. We are offered, this is our deal of the day tonight, and remember what Russ said, it can't be sized. This is the one thing about eternity bands, they have to fit. There's no way you can re-engineer it. This retails for $3,499. For our deal of the day tonight on Shop with Mimi Russ Live, we are offering this for $1,994.
There you go.
Isn't that?
If you got a 6.5 finger, here's a great ring. Matter of fact, put the other ring we just showed up against it. You can kind of see how pretty these are together.
I was waiting for you to say, why did you pick that number? $1,994.
Yes, see how nice it fits against that other
Yeah.
ring. Again, it's designed to fit flush, but again, I like mixing shapes of stones
Oh, I
as
do
well.
too. I
It
love
makes
mixing
it stand
shapes.
out because here a lot of women want a delicate ring, which these both are, but you can see by having different shaped stones, it makes it stand out more.
Absolutely beautiful. And you could put another band on the other side. You could put a plain white gold band. You can put another all round diamond band
Mix and
with
match 'em.
this.
They're fun to always stack, no doubt about it.
So there you go. You got anything in your your waxes that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Well,
If anybody has any questions, let us know. We're about to wind up here.
Yep.
We've been on for an hour.
just to give you an idea, here's some of the custom waxes that we've done. We've made these are everything in here we've done on the CAD as far as the design goes. It's built on the computer, so we can show you. Here's some of the models we have. We have pictures of finished pieces, and here's some of the models that go with those pictures. So we can kind of show you how the process works of custom design, seeing how it's done, and we can show you some examples right here. So
Everything you got different color waxes. So
and different kinds of
we're so used to
models.
seeing them and translating them into metals, but we have all of these visuals here if you want to work on custom. We'll cast in rose gold, white gold, yellow gold, and platinum. We do occasionally have someone who wants to do something in sterling silver. We'll entertain that idea, considering the design and how they want the ring to perform. We
Not as
have
durable a metal.
we have that full conversation. It's not necessarily cheaper to work with because there's a lot of labor involved. But we want, if you do a custom ring, we want you to look at it on your hand and love it. And just every day, just look at it, go, I was a part of that. They went to so much trouble to sit down and design. Like Russ says, we let people come in and help cast their rings, which adds to the whole experience. It's a lot of fun. We can videotape you doing
Guys
that.
love to do that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we hope that you saw some things tonight you can't live without. Or if you have ideas or questions you'd like to talk to us further about, you can give us a call or email us or text us. And we would love to help you, maybe even repurpose some of the items that you have. And again, going back to if you've always wanted a larger diamond, the lab-grown diamond right now is enabling
Upgrade.
a lot of people
Now's your
to
time.
upgrade at a very, very good value without breaking the bank. And then we can take your original diamond, put it close to your heart in a pendant, and you get 2 pieces of jewelry and everybody wins.
Thank you. So somebody just said they love us doing live. Thank you, Molly. We love y'all watching us. We thank you so much. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
Tell your friends.
That's our time. And join us next week. We're going to open the golden egg and we'll have a giveaway for Easter. And next time you see me, I'll be a year older because I've circled around the sun one more time.
Oh, yeah, I gotta take her out of
That's gonna
town this
cost you.
weekend. Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love you guys. Get in touch with us. Your bridal needs, your upgrade, anything we can do for you. We're here to help.
Don't forget to check out our website, see the things that we're doing. And again, if we can help you in any way, please don't hesitate to call us. We love what we do. We enjoy people and we enjoy jewelry and we love making people happy. So come see us.
Yes, we do.
Thanks for
Every day's
joining
fun.
us.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Have a good night
God
and a
bless.
blessed week. Thank you so much. Take care.